Rutman's yowling. Rutman's yowling. Oh, it tells you now your microphone is unmuted. Oh, okay. Let's see. But has no signal. What? So, can you not hear me then? Hello? Hello? No, I can hear me. No, I can hear me. Rutman's yowling. I have to go see what he's yowling about. I need to update this image. I haven't cropped it. No, none of that. None of that. None of that. Because we're greedy. Um, Oh, so what I'll say about AI, the title's AI Doom Loop. We'll go to the Bloomberg article that inspired the title and we'll take a look at that, but I'm just thinking like AI, I don't know, AI makes you do more work. That's all I gotta say. I gotta come back, I gotta get everything up and running, and then we'll be back and we'll do what we need to do. Well, we'll do it the other way around. We got a new logo, chat. Check that out. Alright, because that's the most important thing. Our AI chat, look at that. Get to this. Gotta get this. Plus, the main thing today is the watch list. Work on that. Data centers. Yeah, how's Bitcoin? Yikes, chat. Still being sold. Alright. So trades it. Okay. So we'll start with the performance because that always. So we'll start with performance. We're actually up. Wow, holy cow. So we'll take a look at these trades. Still working on like effective ways during e-trading times. It's tough. Down and like doing it fast enough. Priority needs to. But there has to be a way of recording like what occurred. But look, we are up on trade. So we'll go ahead. I think primarily a lot of these are from I would have been stopped out over. Could have made it holding on another hour. Holding on to one that would have had 3 of them. Wow. I did everything I was supposed to do. This was a well, exit okay. Trade. Back to the what? So this was like, I don't think this was a standard playbook trade. So it was a VWAP setup coming back into support, and it was like 15% risk. This wasn't a standard, what they would simpler would call an HPMR trade. This was not that. This was like in the 25, yeah, right above like previous session close and swap. So this was kind of an aggressive trade. This aggressive, not sort of trade, but it worked out. Had a stop loss on. So maybe we would call this like a previous session closed trade. We're gonna This is a simpler trade. This was playbook, and say it was and above V1. Like, I don't like having all these different things. Simpler trade, that's either gonna be HP margin, D or any trade their playbook. Also, this simple trade as well. So that worked out all right. I closed it because with the way I had it set up, that was the max, almost the max money I would ever make. No, I need to be able to switch between the two cameras, like when I need to have a reaction to something. Switch to the cameras in front of me. Close in shot, so I could like show off my nails. This was my standard 0DT trade. I call it my options edge trade. That's what I'm gonna start calling this. My options edge trade. I wait, so the trade works like this. Wait 15 minutes, then I mark the highs and lows of the 15-minute SPX bar. Then I wait for the next bar that breaks the 15-minute range. And sometimes that doesn't happen right away. You think, oh yeah, just it would break. No, not always. Yeah. Oh yeah! Woohoo! I thought it was 61 months before. Shouldn't it be 62? I don't know. Yay! Steve Stobbs, let's go! That Wilsifrage emote, come on! And then the Runtman mode, I think what had happened is I somehow signed out of Twitch. My streams are backwards though. My horizontal should be on Twitch and my vertical needs to be on YouTube. Because also when you're going through shorts, they'll show you live streams. So some of the things that you see as you're mindlessly scrolling on YouTube are people's live streams. So if I'm vertical in iCPU again, if I'm vertical on YouTube, I think that might be better. Anyway. But I don't really like doing, so going back to my trade here, I don't really like doing short call verticals. And SPX is a big product, so this is, but I like it though because you can get decent premium. So if you do SPY, you don't necessarily get the same level of premium. Here, you can get the premium that's decent. So I try to look for like at least 70 cents, 80 cents. No, I try to do that. Not in it very long. I need to let this happen. So this was the first 15-minute mark. Broke. I took what? All vertical. So maybe it's only looking at one side of the yeah, I took the half credit I should have gotten for That's why you need that third one on for the runner. I'm trying to capture more of this, so maybe the goal is to try to capture. That's just 100% though. It's like, but you do capture all of it. Better pay. Working on trying to get as much credit out of them as possible. This is the same thing. Another opening break play. I should put ORB in there, I guess. But if I can keep the plays for this, just this, it would be helpful. The other part of this that I'd like to see is that I want, if I'm going to do a call spread, it also helps to be below previous session close, and it helps to be red trend. So that would make it like 100% do this trade. You don't have all those things in line, it's a little bit harder. Same thing on the put side. Above previous session close, positive trend, you know, just pulling back. So I collect 50% of the credit, so I try to collect at least. I have to watch this trade though, because putting in stops is hard, because SPX will move all kinds of around and stopped out for no reason. But we might keep trying it because it's working. So this is also trade. This is trade. This was I think I got stopped out. Possibly, yeah. So stopped out. This was a longer term trade. Below previous. Yeah. That one. No problem with chops. Problem with chop. Trade would. The entries are better. The simpler method helps with this thing. That's, you know, you have to trust that your entries are probably pretty good. Beyond that, it's like whatever the stock's gonna do. This was choppy. This is not choppy. But I just kind of have to trust and go with the 5%. Probably really good, and if now you'll yeah. Ocean just so and it puts below the peak. It's been really choppy lately. But kind of they aren't really pretty smooth setup. More of a true setup for previous. But it ended up just falling apart. Hard. So let's see if it's working. How to simplify these. So we'll keep focusing on our day trades and trading setups. Those are good. Swing trading isn't, but I know that experience last few. That's where a lot of the game comes. So play right now or in Lumberjane play. See how that works out. Get some profit on that, but definitely focus on trades. Focus on setups. Also the zero DT SPX trades working. Trying those. And trying to keep journaling. Trying to keep adding to. Let's go in. Okay. So I would like to kind of create some trading goals for last week's performance that the trading setup working. I do want to keep buying my 0DTE trade with SPX. Sell a call spread, put spread to above or below range. I'd like to continue those, so I want to put that in kind of goal form, trading goal format. Help me direct trading goal. Try the. It's gonna make a slide for me. Yes, go ahead and make that one slide for me. Vibing with the guy. Let's. Everybody's like saying use Claude, use Claude. Like, man, who's got time to train all these AI things? Like, got time for that? Sit here and train my AI over and over. No, we need to take like all of the knowledge Chat GTP has, download it, and upload it into Claude. Oh man. Thinking, chat. Thinking. Didn't make a slide. It made a list that I could put on a slide. Oh jeez. They got a client response error to render the PowerPoint slide. Well, that's a problem. I just want the first two. The other two I know. It gave me like 5 goals. Oh, computer dying. Video card overload. Journal. Goals. Go. Also, we'll see trading. Let's go ahead. Actually, quick break. If for the covered, probably because it's a bullish environment. Above VWAP. I mean, say above or below. Together. Well, I guess I could just have like the primary because important will have the tag. The other ones are it's the that we would look at. You can have your granular tagging, but you are only primary trades have that primary. What was that option? Let's pull. Problem with this tag is you don't rather just have it. This and that break and then marking it. I have one. One of different puts in the go. I said it automatically does. Okay. Side quest. Side quest. I guess I could turn them. Waiting. I had it the one that I wanted. SPX trade. So I think this one biggest loss here, because technically this week this trade, so this trade, yeah, swing trade too. I let this go a little bit longer than it should have, but I did do that. I could have gotten out of it here. I didn't. It was struggling the whole time. So that was kind of on me. I didn't take it when I should have. Trying to like let it play out, but so that's the reason it's not great. I'm still willing to let it go, but this was, I didn't follow the, wondering if I would have followed the rule, probably would have been around a little bit better. So we'll keep trying, because I know this week it helped, and it does help with the increase. So system, another thing I need to do on fixing my tags, which is I need to fix up my charts. So on from have our goals for so take it from there. We'll continue the SPX trade. We'll continue with trades that we and follow the rules best that we yeah, take it from there. So I'll take a quick break and I'll be back in a few minutes. Go through markets that were, make that article about the AI doom loop. Make sure we have kind of a high outperforming sector watch list ready for Tuesday. RB. All right, let's. Now we're on. Now is down. So kind of makes it really hard to trade. It's been choppy. Trade like some trades you just pop right out. Not the greatest trading condition. Last 5 old ITB YA on defensives. Let's see. Using the image I just pasted, pull top 10 performing sectors for last week. And actually, if you can, a lot of these are ETFs. If you could add the top 5 holdings that were that outperformed last week. Shot. Making ChatGPT work here. Thinking. Parsing the image. Yeah, let's go. I just need the holdings. Like, it doesn't even have to be the top performer, just the top holding. Cool. There's your watch list. That's super interesting though, like probably XLP, XLE, OIH, that's interesting. Gold, for day trade. So these are our trade ideas. Yeah, utilities isn't that exciting to trade. GX or GLD are next. Home builders liquid enough, you know what I mean? Is that exciting enough? OIH, I already have a Slumberjay play on. So some of these are so in the real estate zone. Have Welltower, Politis, Prologis, American Tower, Realty. That XLB, not mining, Fort Mac. They're liquid enough, but had my run in with that's volatile. Any little movement is like, you know, volatile. XLE is fun though. XLE, XLP I can get down with. Estimate. And then I'm thinking like Oracle's down like that way all year. Like we got to keep an eye on these. Some of these are down like. I might do a scan too of like the Mag 7 that's down 10 or more percent. Got GT. Let's do. Have access to. If you could go and look at kind of the top mega cap stocks that are down at least 10%, and an example of this would be Oracle, that's down 10% from maybe its peak height. So maybe down year to date and then down from the peak a significant amount, at least 10%. And again, an example is Oracle or Microsoft. Kind of start with those ideas and see what you can find as far as big names that are down on the year. Let's give a go at it. Probably looking at XLE, gold, kind of the same things. XLE, gold, primarily, OIH. We have OIH. Kind of a start. XLI. You have XLI in the last one. Kind of interesting. But here's kind of our watch list. So I could do this as a slide. I could work my trade ideas. And then the performance strategy. Like that idea. That's what I'm. Wish it would have this strategy. Best I can do. Oh, earnings. Let's grab earnings.
On Twitter.
And time to get an airplane. Alright, chat. Got a watch list. Performance. App. Well, Microsoft. There you go, Microsoft. There you go. Was up 0.04% last week. Microsoft, GSM, Tesla, Walmart, J&J, to the best performing stocks by market cap last. Oracle.
No. Oracle.
No. I should have. Is this the one that had the thing, the algorithm holdings? Yeah. I think this is the one with the story this week about how it's gonna put up some kind of AI something. I think better news by volume. Pay more attention to that and like not crediting it, but it's also like I need training buying power if I want to make. We need to use other people's money to make money. Like that is all we can do. Content. Wanna. Then Berkshire Hathaway. Been on the lowest performers ever since they announced what his name is leaving. Yeah. Apple was down 8. Yeah, if you guys are gonna underperform, like, you're not gonna get the performance out of the queues. Buy. You gotta go look elsewhere. Like, the IWM is out. Like, ITR, IWM. Let's look at IJO. I'm here. Get rid of the multi-chart in front of it. It's so annoying. Content, go get content. Start, get back, it'll... Doesn't... The whole... We gotta look at the... Something in. Gotta go at night. Well, doesn't it stop you from go out till all these come solstice? Gives you content. Upload's always important. Wonder if this one will keep going, this rhyme. Mini pumper play. I'll keep it there. I think I'll add these mini pumpers to the rhyme. They could just die on the open. That's the thing about the lie. I know the Fastly, that would have a lot of like that had really good earnings. Up and then up again. Wow. Where could it go? $25? $10 more or so? But it does. Oh. Now once that gap and hold at earnings, that's great. Like, gap and hold. Important. Also, it's that balance trick. Like, break the range and it finally breaks. When it breaks it above, it's gonna. Maybe it makes its last move to 25 though. That. I don't know how much liquid. That's nothing. Go. Yoki. Alright. I think I'm done with my. Alright, well, I think I'm done with my primary stream. Okay. Hey Chad, I think I'm done for today. So if you stopped by, thank you. Got a sub today from G Sods, awesome. Oh yeah, we were supposed to go over that article. Alright, let's go ahead and listen.
A stock market doom loop is hitting everything that touches AI. The stock market turmoil unleashed by the artificial intelligence industry reflects two fears that are increasingly at odds. One is that AI is poised to disrupt entire segments of the economy so dramatically that investors are dumping the stocks of any company seen at the slightest risk of being displaced by the technology. The other is a deep skepticism that the hundreds of billions of dollars that tech giants like Amazon.com Incorporated, Meta Platforms Incorporated, Microsoft Corporation and Alphabet Incorporated are pouring into AI every year will deliver big payoffs anytime soon. The dueling anxieties have been brewing for months. But they've shifted to the center of the stock market over the past 2 weeks. The result has been a series of punishing sell-offs that have hammered dozens of companies across a number of industries, from real estate services and wealth management, to insurance brokers and logistics firms, and wiped more than $1 trillion from the market values of the big tech companies investing the most in AI. There is a contradiction when it comes to what investors are worried about when it comes to AI, Julia Wang, the North Asia Chief Investment Officer at Nomura International Wealth Management, told Bloomberg Television. Those two things can't be true at the same time. The shift marks a major break from the sentiment of the last few years, when speculation that AI would set off a transformative productivity boom kept pushing stock prices higher. While big tech stocks kept rising, sending Meta surging nearly 450% from the end of 2022 until the start of this year, and Alphabet up more than 250%. The hand-wringing over whether it was a bubble about to burst did little to derail the rally. That began to change late last month as earnings reports from some of the biggest tech companies started to spook investors, who are growing impatient that the spending has yet to produce a commensurate windfall in revenues. Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Alphabet alone are expected to spend more than $600 billion on capital expenditures in 2026. That's hoovering up free cash flows and loading the companies with depreciating assets, radically altering many of the characteristics that have helped fuel the firm's rise over the past decade. This is a real no-win situation, said Anthony Sagleim, chief market strategist at Enterprise Advisor Services. Investors were comfortable saying, so long as it happens in the future, I'm comfortable with Microsoft or Amazon or Alphabet spending the money. Now they want to know more immediately when the payback will come, and we don't have a clear picture. Nvidia shares go cold even as big tech spending on AI balloons. AI fear grips Wall Street as a new stock market reality sets in. Wall Street's new trade is dumping stocks in AI's crosshairs. Microsoft's $381 billion rout exposes dark side of the AI binge. Since Microsoft and Meta kicked off the fourth quarter earnings season on January 28, Microsoft and Amazon shares have each dropped more than 16%, with Amazon mired in its longest losing streak in about 20 years. Even Alphabet, which is widely regarded as the biggest AI winner in the group, is down 11% off a recent peak. Meta, whose strong revenue growth overshadowed higher than expected capital spending, has fallen 13% since an earnings-fueled rally. In total, nearly $1.5 trillion in combined market value has been wiped out from the group, pushing the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 index into negative territory for the year. At the same time, investors are growing increasingly worried about the businesses that will potentially be swept aside, or at least significantly upended, by the new applications that are being steadily rolled out. That has caused a series of stock market sell-offs that have flared repeatedly and hit private credit firms, video game makers and software companies, among others. The latest bout began after Anthropic PBC released productivity tools for lawyers and financial researchers, hammering the stock price of companies across those industries. Insurance brokers tumbled on another program tied to OpenAI. One from a little-known startup, Altruist Corporation, battered wealth managers like Charles Schwab Corporation and Raymond James Financial Incorporated. Even a press release from a former karaoke company with less than $2 million in quarterly revenue sent the stocks of logistics companies tumbling. The market has seen previous AI-related routes that were later reversed, such as the one set off by the Chinese company DeepSeek early last year. And to many, the frantic selling looks like another overreaction, especially since AI, rather than displacing entire companies, may very well wind up making them more profitable instead. Just because the exuberance of the past few years has been taken down, people are now acting irrationally, thinking AI has become a headwind to the economy, said Bobby Ocampo, the co-founder and managing partner of Blueprint Equity. However, he added, the underlying concerns are legitimate. There are a lot of AI-first companies trading very aggressively, but it is still very much a land grab. People are starting to realize they're not meant to be super efficient or profitable in the near term. The spending spree has, of course, already been a boon to the companies that are on the receiving end of it, like Nvidia Corporation and memory chipmaker Micron Technology Incorporated. The shares of both soared over the past 3 years as sales surged. But the pile of money the tech giants are throwing at AI is getting so big that there's increasing skepticism about whether it can continue. On Tuesday, UBS Group AG cut its recommendation on technology stocks from attractive to neutral, citing still lofty valuations and expectations that the recent pace of capital spending by big tech companies, often referred to as hyperscalers, is unsustainable. This level of capex will consume almost 100% of hyperscalers' cash flow from operations, compared with a 10-year average of 40%, Ulrika Hoffman-Burchardy, Chief Investment Officer Americas at UBS
they're spending
Wealth
way
Management,
more than these
wrote in a
models
note
ever.
to clients, that spending is now increasingly being funded by external debt or equity financing. At the
their
same
models
time,
don't include
some
any
are
of that.
dubious of the fears that have rocked the market over the past few weeks. After all, given the relatively slow commercial adoption of AI, the way it will reshape business more broadly remains a subject of debate. It might take a lot for the market to snap out of the doom loop and realize fundamentals are strong, the companies building AI will benefit, and that more companies can benefit by growing revenue and so forth with AI, said Ameriprise's Sagleim. When the market finally feels these companies aren't going out of business, it will realize AI is a tool that can lead to greater profitability, and that the companies that deploy it will gain. But we're going to be in a period of volatility for the foreseeable future.
That's what that article title came. kind of those dueling ideas in the market are now the answer is like do we go and look at the things like services or software and see where we might see some winners. And that's your opposite of this. It is like at the said at the end, gonna help with productivity. Take this one away. Go and look at great ideas around some of these covering because some of these will come back. There will be winners. What who they will be, no, but I think there will be. And like going to safety, that's not the future. If the market's supposed to be the future looking mechanism, then you need to be looking at these companies changing, how they're operating in order to work in an that's an but with that said, I think what we'll do is call it here. Um and stick to I think what I might do too is kind of do my own rundown of the trades that I'm doing. So I'm saying simple trade. There's more trader in simple trading. So I need to outline the exact strategy that I'm using so I can kind of present that and show that. So it's between simpler trading ideas, my SPX trade, and then looking at stuff like this. Like, so I pulled the thing I asked ChatGPT earlier about the mega caps that are down. It also suggested a thing that I can go and use. Filters. So I'll go and do that too and see what I can find. But I mean, these guys are spending money, so that's different. But like, who's the beneficiary of that is also something to think about. The money doesn't just one place and got to go somewhere. So something to think going if it's in one place. And I think some of this stuff is just penny pump stuff. So that with that said, I think that's it for today. The markets are closed tomorrow, but preparation's always good. Might take one more look at this tomorrow, as markets open around 3 p.m. Pacific time. But with that said, remember this educational informational purposes only, not advice or recommendation. Trading is risky. Please do your own research. And with that said, have a safe and profitable trading week.